It's side by side for second as Cook tries to go around the outside into Campbell. There's a bit of a rub and Sutton spins on cold tyres. Around goes the leader, around goes the champion, and that puts George Cook into the lead of the race.
He's got Ollie Jackson, Jake Hill and Rory Butcher all in front of him. Up to Noble, the fast left-hander. First time you lean on the right-hand side. Oh, they get into a bit of a tank slapper and across the road, and he gets collected by Smiley as he's coming back across the road. That was just a little bit of checking up of the cars in front as they go around that fast left-hander. Oh, there you see it from the other side.
But Cook, with the weight, leads as they head up towards the complex for the first time. Drama in the background, cars are off. Big moment, big impact there.
Yeah, just after this group coming into shot now. Do we see? Oh, that would look like Neat into the back of Geddy.
Yeah.
And Jade Edwards couldn't avoid.
Jake Hill, good start up the inside of Ingram. Lighter, of course, the Ford, so he bags second and wait for it to kick off.
Yeah, it's already started, unfortunately. Jade was on the outside and couldn't avoid it. So whether Neat was trying to take the corner flat and Geddy had a bit of a lift, I'm not sure, but definitely into the back of the car. And there's so little runoff there, and the grass still a little bit damp.
Finn Geddy is ahead at the moment. Neat comes steaming up the inside into Geddy, and they both go across the track into the path of Jade Edwards' Honda. She had nowhere to go.
No, absolutely the innocent victim out of all of that, definitely. And he was saved by the rear hitting Ingram. Otherwise, I think he might have spun. Butcher's off at high speed. Oh, big slam into the wall.
And a sudden stop as well. So Rory Butcher off the road. Jake Hill was very close behind him. But
he was, but it was already sliding, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was already going. Oh, such a big hit. But the tyre's in exactly the right place to spread that impact. And
on board with Plato, Butcher in the middle.
Well, it's impossible to know in terms of mechanical accident damage.
This might show us what happened on the last lap. This is Shedden's view. There is Morgan, and he just tags the tail. It unsettles Adam, who loses the back of the car. That delayed Gordon, but with teammates, of course, at BTC. Let's have a look at that moment. Coming, so sideways out of church, and that's the save of the day.
And that's because the rain is getting...
A drama there. Boardley has got involved with Butcher, and those are two very crumpled cars. So there's Boardley.
Parfit tucks in, hits him on the... And then I think Butcher's going to collect him. Yeah! Off tyre grip initially.
And there's the replay of what kicked off, with Geddy going around, Parfit getting involved, others like Jade Edwards. That's Tom Chilton facing the wrong way at Wilson, so his BMW rejoins and forces Jess Hawkins way out wide. So let's see how he got there. There was a fast approaching Gordon Shedden. Not sure if there was a touch, but either way, around goes Chilton.
Knowing that the tyres are a little bit cooler and it could be the best opportunity, as off goes Carl Boardley. On board with Cook, looking to get up the inside of Shedden. Does he tap Shedden into Moffat? Yeah, Shedden turns in. Holds it. Comes back on the circuit.
No, and I think the Boardley incident was separate from that. Yeah, so there is Gordon Shedden with Josh Cook in the dust behind him, sorting out his dramas, and into the back of Jelly goes Oliphant. Ingram dives to the outside line. He's got second. He goes for the race lead, but there's more contact. Oliphant goes around. There's drama there with Jackson involved in it. So off the road is Tom Oliphant. 0.6 seconds back from Oliphant. And there is Turkington's dramas.
Oh, he was lucky to get out of the gravel as well, wasn't he? He didn't lose too many, but...
So Rowbottom this time does make a good start. Ingram to the outside. Shedden's been tapped into a slide. Can he hang on to it? He can. He's out wide. He's losing pace. Rowbottom is second. Ingram is third. Fourth is Hill. Fifth is Sutton. Smiley runs sixth. The more drama there because that's Jelly and Shedden into the gravel.
Wow, well, Stephen Jelly was up the inside. Looks like Shedden might keep going, but yes, he has just. The BMW very quick in a straight line. Look, he moves to the right, and then Shedden tries to close the door, but it's already too late, and that puts Jelly on the grass with all the wheels locked up.
This is Jake's view.
Yeah, I mean, Jake was up the inside. It was just first corner bunching because I think Shedden had Ingram on the outside as well. Can't see very much at the moment except brake lights and tyre smoke. But he gets a clean run through. He dropped back a little bit just to give himself a little bit more room. At this point, he's now looking at the incident further ahead between Moffat and Chris Smiley. and he loses a place in all of that to Plato, who gets well stuck in with Moffat and hung out to dry, although he gets back in front actually. And then she's established, and that was the position she... Oh, there's a touch there. Yeah, she ran into the back, got tapped herself, and that was why she lost so many positions.
Here we go.
Oh no, he might have been Parfit, the aggressor. It was. Look at that, huge lock-up. He was so determined to get up the inside of Nick Hamilton. He left his braking impossibly late. Look, Hamilton, to be fair, left him some room, but he was like an Exocet missile there. Let's have a look.
Here's your answer, Ingram.
Oh, Ingram, no, he just, well, he missed his braking point, but had he had a, there's no damage on the back, so I don't see that Ingram had a puncture, that's why. Oh, and there's a huge effort from Ingram. Huge effort results in some contact.
Turkington, in the meantime, is 15th. He's got one solitary point, and Shedden's got all sideways.
Yeah, and he did that all by himself, and in slowing himself up to warn them he was coming, but a good start. Oh, and out wide, out wide.
That's Colin Turkington, isn't it?
Oh, it was a dive up the inside by Plato. Oliphant goes round. Lloyd just misses him. Smiley can't avoid him. The others all avoid him. I don't know how, I have no idea how Rick Parfit managed not to see that.
So we're on board with Daniel Lloyd. So
watching
here's
his
the view
teammate
of the pass.
Plato, there is a bit of a gap, but I think it's just because Oliphant's taking a late apex. Plato doesn't get quite enough up the inside, and the rear-wheel drive car just spins round.
So this is a different angle. There goes Oliphant's car spinning around. There's the initial impact. It's actually just out of the corner, Tim, isn't it, from that angle?
He turns into the corner. Actually, he's about on line. Gets that tap from Plato, and then feel the force of this. Whack! Straight in the driver's side door.
And winds up with a huge amount of damage as well. Oh, not what you want to be feeling as a driver. Yeah, Procky getting stuck in again. There's contact, car spinning round into the barrier. Jack Goff. Well, we did put the curse of the common.
The marshals, what a brave job the marshals.
Yeah. Oh, poor fella.
We haven't seen him all day, have we?
That's why I sounded surprised.
It just doesn't happen like that normally, does it? But they're ganging up. Oh, Turkington.
Plato, Cook it too. Plato there, getting very physical between the two. And Snetterton making a fight of it, but Sutton goes through into the lead.
Yeah, well, he did do it at turn one, and we've got a rotating Sam Osborne. Collected by Jack Butel. Lots of cars off.
Jelly got away well up into third place. Yeah, we might see more from this.
No, I think it was Chris Smiley. I think it was Chris Smiley that was in the Hyundai.
Looking ahead to see if we can see Chris Smiley in the mix there. I don't think we're going to get...
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. The two were just rubbing as they approached the kink.
And getting stuck in. I was worried he was going to get involved. Jack Goff in front of him, so...
Well, it's already kicked off in front. Look,
yeah.
Oliver actually, he just got through.
Yeah, thank goodness for that, because bad enough for the guys that are involved, but he's had enough today.
Yeah, so, look, you could see it's Chris Smiley in the Hyundai that has been alongside Sam Osborne, and he's come back on. The others are actually checking up on the brakes,
Jason
anticipating him coming back across the track.
Yeah.
And, well, that worked out very well for Tom Oliphant, didn't it? Because he
seems to be holding his own as they go down into Old Hall, but Ash Sutton's going to go for the sweep round the outside. Got his nose in front and gets tagged by Proctor. The script has been torn up again. Sutton manages to recover, but it was a tag from Proctor.
Well, Proctor knew what was coming, and Sutton braved it out round the outside. He was fortunate. Oh, he's now tagged his teammate, Carl Boardley. That wheel's come off, so that's going to be a problem.
Now 2.145 seconds.
Oh, Boardley's off!
Oh, Boardley and tags!
Butcher.
Goodness me.
Big crash there.
Yeah.
That's the fastest corner on the track.
Let's have a look at this, Tim.
Let's see if it was cold rear tyres as he leans on it, coming out. Oh, he completely straight-lined it. Completely straight-lined it. That was
out the other side.
Very strange. It was like he made no attempt to...
And clouts the curb. That unsettles him, and he's... Yes, it's a big, heavy landing there.
Yeah, the launch was actually off that first curb, wasn't it? It just threw him, and the car was already bouncing before it hit the second curb. That was Jack Goff way off. And it just shows if you get that chicane fractionally wrong, it just throws you off the track. Smiley is third quickest. He jumps up to third with that lap.
That is now Sutton, who's had a moment at the chicane.
They were really struggling. Here we sit looking in the background to see how he comes into shot. Oh, slightly strange. He was in close proximity to one of the other BMWs. I don't know if there was...
Let's have a look at the start. Keep an eye on Chris Smiley inside of the third row. Just doesn't go anywhere.
And then everybody is avoiding him. A lot of cars diving left to right to left. And then, oh, the contact with Hamilton was further back.
Yeah.
Looked like...
as Nicholas Hamilton moved across, there was a Tom Oliphant alongside, and that was where the contact came from. Sam Smelt's the one on the grass, but look at the top of the screen. Look, there's the BMW, and Nicholas Hamilton's gone across the front of Oliphant, and that puts him into the wall, and he slews back across the road. Chilton comes up to have a go as well. So Proctor goes through, Chilton goes through. That's Ingram getting ahead of Butcher and getting all crossed up. There's damage on the back of the Hyundai, and one in the gravel on the left as well. Clash of the two Scottish drivers. It's Rory that comes off worse. He's okay, he says to the marshal, but he is decidedly angry about it.
Watch this, he's already through. In fairness, he's driving quite straight, but Aidan Moffat is sort of coming back from the pit lane exit. And they just ran out of road together, so... I mean, Rory doesn't give much room there, does he? Really doesn't. And he had the inside for the corner.
Falls off the road, Rick Parfitt. This is how he did it, Tim.
Oh, just got a twitch coming through Clark, dropped a wheel in the gravel, and that was enough to spin him around.
In that third place, Cook's hung on to fourth somehow ahead of Gordon Shedden. Really good drive this by Josh Cook. As there, Turkington is wide, he's in the gravel, and Sutton's going to go through for the lead. Smiley has done it. Hyundai goes ahead of the Ford. Jake Hill doesn't give it up without a fight on the outside line. He's off the road. Toboggans his way down the hill through the gravel over the grass. Let's have a look at this, Paul. He just gets wider and wider, I think, coming out of the corner and heads for the curve. He's sideways coming into view.
Oh my word, that is your worst moment, and just, he got, the best thing was he stood on the brake.
Bit of a squeeze from Hill. Butcher cops a blow or two on the outside line. Drama in the background, there's a Honda off at high speed. That was either Shedden or Rowbottom, I'm afraid to say, so drama's right from the start. So the field dives down towards Allard. So Shedden was behind Jade. Now where does it all kick off? There, Shedden goes for a gap, just glances off the side of her, fires the car into the barrier at high speed.
Can we see again what happens? It will be a decent view, this. You might not be able to see the oversteer, you'll see two cars spear probably. Yeah, oh my word, that Jade Edwards, that is, I'll tell you what, that's big damage. That's a big damage bill, that, yeah.
So there's the impact, and you see Gordon Shedden backwards into the barrier, spins around. He copped a lot of damage as well. I know he was able to drive away, and the energy dissipates.
Shedden must make an absolute stormer of a start. There he is, right in behind Smelt. So
that's Rowbottom.
Oh, it's Rowbottom. Sorry. There's. Oh, that's.
There's your contact.
That's bizarre because there was three cars. That was Smelt.
Close to the back of Cook as the leaders now come through, and there Ronnie Jackson gets turned around. I fear that was Dan Rowbottom getting involved with him, so that's going to delay the Honda. And let's have a look at what was going on up at the hairpin.
Further back, well, you see they all concertina. Got Smiley on the inside of Rowbottom, which forces him out into Jackson. And we're seeing Rowbottom off. Oh, that's at the left-hander coming up to the complex and into the tyres.
Yes, he got a bit of help in that, didn't he, from one of the Cupras by the look of it. And a replay here of Tom Oliphant getting up the inside. Jade Edwards gets sideways and around goes the BTC Racing Honda, but Jade...
she's got a tyre off. She looked like she's got a tyre off on the right-hand side, so she's got a puncture.
It's Jake Hill leads the way. And drama's here. Oh, Nicholas Hamilton getting into the back of the traffic before the green flag.
Oh, that was...
Come up alongside Turkington. It's brave, but Sutton's under attack from Cook, so Turkington leads. Shedden goes second. There's a sideways Astra in the middle of the pack, and off the road has gone Dan Lloyd, and there's Mayhem. Jade Edwards is involved in it. Oliphant is off the road as well. Jack Goff has picked up big damage.
Nice and clean at that point. Then all hell's breaking loose ahead of him. He manages to slow right down and avoid it. That was good driving by Nick Hamilton to spot that going on in front of him.
There is Jake Hill. A big off for Jason Plato coming down towards Sonny, and he is off the road, but thankfully avoids anything solid. But that was quite a moment. That looked like a failure.
How did he not hit anything? Yeah, one thing Hill's got in his favour is his car's still very good on the brakes, isn't it? Even though it's carrying that extra weight. But here, change of direction.
Now that was Jelly and Rowbottom getting together, and they've been delayed. I think that was partly Jelly checking up to avoid the slowing cars.
So on board with Sam Smelt, and you just see it all kicking off in front. He's which way do I go? I'll go through the middle. Thank you very much.
Then Osborne, and it's 3 wide into the hairpin. Chilton gets into the side of Osborne. Rory Butcher gets collected. He's on the outside. There's damage. Oh dear. Let's see. Osborne is delayed as Butcher escaped. Pace ahead of Josh Cook, and now the cars make the run up towards Beckett's for the first time. We've got drama in the background. Is that Osborne or Neat that's gone out wide? And a Morgan involved in that as well. A spinning forward. It is Andy Neat in the background. The leaders dive through Brooklands for the first time. Dan Lloyd's up to 3rd place. He's had a mega first lap in the Vauxhall. 4th then is Moffat. 5th is Cook. 6th is Turkington, and there's more mayhem, which involves Gordon Shedden and Sam Smelt.
Side-by-side contact, but this is on board with... Oh, you heard the whack. Heard the whack from behind. I thought I just caught a glimpse.
Lloyd, so the gap's come down, and this is the incident. Oh, it's with Gordon Shedden. They clashed at Thruxton. They've clashed again. Gordon was on the grass, it seemed, and Jade Edwards in the contact ends up in the gravel.
Yeah, that looked messy, didn't it? As you say, they had that contact at Thruxton. Let's watch what happens as they come into view behind.
That was Turkington making contact, and then Chilton goes across the front of Osborne.
Yeah, I think Chilton moved across, not knowing that Osborne was there, and there was contact. Watch, he moves to the right. Yeah, I think he may have been trying to check up a little bit and avoid the slower car in front.
I think you're right. That was Ollie Jackson, wasn't it? Trying to dive up the inside of the Morgan BMW, and now Jake Hill gets involved, and Morgan is off the road, and that's going to get into the tyres big time, and it'll bring out a safety car for sure. Hill into the gravel. But let's have a look at how it all started. There's the Ford. It was Ollie Jackson up the inside, then he ran wide. Morgan got up alongside him. Jake Hill tried to get alongside as well, and they just touched.
Yeah, Jake thought there was going to be an opportunity because they'd slowed each other down off the corner, and as Adam moved to his right, he turns himself effectively around the front of Jake Hill. And, well, Jake is lucky not to hit the barriers himself. One of our championship contenders, driven that very well. He took some risk early on, had to... Turkington spun, I can't believe it!
And he's just out of everybody's way, but Sutton gets ahead of him, and Colin Turkington makes a rare mistake.
He just keeps the inside curb, takes a little bit too much inside curb. That unsettles the car, and round she goes.
Well, that is one of the most surprising elements of the season, because Turkington rarely makes mistakes, certainly like that. So Andy Neat's car looks undamaged, but sad to say it's out of the race. And how does he get there? Let's see. Just comes across the front of Jade Edwards, and there's light contact, and that's enough to turn the car around.
Well, it had to be Jade Edwards that those two have.
She's good, and this is what she did. Wow, way off.
Way off, yeah. Lucky to keep that under control, stay out.
That, I fear, might have been Chilton getting into the rear of Sutton for the race lead. There's drama at Druids already because off the road goes Santa Proctor. That, I fear, would be a safety car. They've survived it just about.
Yeah, it was Turkington getting that good start, and it was Tom Chilton just getting into the rear quarter, and the round goes in front of everybody.
Jackson.
That's Ollie Jackson. Oh!
Adam Morgan hits him. That's Morgan's race starter. That's Ingram being delayed. Look, Tom Ingram is in the gravel, and that's crucial for 3rd place. 2 Scottish drivers lean on each other. Chris Smiley tries to get into that as well, but look at the lawn in the front of the Toyota now. That's going to make it really hot. There's contact as Moffat hits Smiley and gets hit by Jelly. More mayhem in this race. In Turkington's demise, let's see what happened to him.
Yeah, watch Butcher. Butcher goes down the inside, look. And then on the exit of the corner, there's a bit of a touch. Oh, actually, it looked like his right rear suspension is broken.
Yes, you're right.
And now I think that clash earlier was what the problem was, because he's already got the incident. Either that, yeah, that's what's put him off wide. So suspension breakage, right rear.
Yeah, let's work out how he got there. Was it with a bit of an assist? It's going up towards Hawthorne. He spins into view. And off the road he goes.
Yeah, not quite sure what caused the start of that, but it's been an impressive season from Jack. He's been foiling Ingram, opening the door for him, hasn't he?
He has indeed. He just needs to sit there. And there's drama in the background because that getting turned sideways, was that Jelly? It was. Thankfully, he's out of harm's way.
Here we are on board with Jake Hill coming out of Graham Hill. He's got a bit of a run. He goes to the inside, gets halfway down the inside. There's a little contact, and on the rear-wheel drive BMW, there's no way Jelly can stop it.
Here it is again from the outside. Jelly up the outside, Hill to the inside. They touch. Stephen gets sideways, and around the car goes